All right, so for us, last day of guard that we're going to work on with me this month, and then we'll change it up next week. So today we're going to look at one of my favorite ways to play guard, which is with this cross grip here. So actually a couple of weeks ago, I released a video which went over some of the basics from this position, which is like looking for things like pulling the arm across and going for a back take. Putting the arm across, looking to go for the sweeps from that position. Like just some basic stuff. Today, we're going to go over some of the different stuff that I like to do from here. So, first one, we need to get the cross grip, first of all, obviously. If he hasn't got any sort of grip, so I can just reach across, it's always good practice to practice grip break. If he's got a grip here, he's able to control the distance between me and him, and I don't want that. So, we're going to make this cross grip, pocket grip. Lift the hips if there's no space, drop the hips, bring my hand underneath, make this pressure onto the wrist, and then we're going to punch and push away. Always a good idea, if you can, to pass the arm to the opposite side, because then it stops him from being able to get an immediate grip back down. If his hand's on this side, he can just drop his hand and make the grip. If I can bring the hand to this side, he's got to go past my hand to make that happen. Obviously not impossible, but it makes it more difficult. I'm going to go for this grip around the tricep, like anywhere between like the armpit and the elbow is good, like middle of the tricep I usually work with. So first one, we're going to look at like a sort of modified scissor sweep. So I'm going to open the legs, little movement of the hips, and I'm going to bring my shin in across and make sure that I've got like a good pinch to my leg so he's not able to just escape away. Now usually, because I don't have the posture control, it's not as good just to go for the normal like scissor here. So what I would do is keep this grip, open up my body, and put my foot to the knee instead. So I'm pulling on the arms, and then I'm looking just to push his base away. Obviously, he doesn't have his arm, now he doesn't have his leg. I scissor the leg through, and then I pull myself up to the top position. With the grip that I've got, I can pull it across, go armbar, or we can push down, and we've got this immediate Americana that we can hit as well. So here, we break the grip off, pull the hand to the inside, and we're going to go for this grip. Moving the hips out, bringing the shin across. So there's not enough space for me to put the foot down onto the knee at the moment. So I'm just going to open up, put my foot down, then I'm going to push the knee away as I pull on the arm and pull myself to the top position. One more little thing to add to that. Here, pull across. I move the hips out. So for whatever reason, like I'm not able to quite get the scissor sweep working. Another thing that we can do from here is we can bring this foot onto the bicep. Because I've already got a good control of the arm, I center up my hips, kick the leg through, and we can also go into the triangle as well. Just off of that same grip and that same movement to the side. Maybe I've gone for this, I can't get my foot on, or I'm going for it and he's just not, or he steps up with that foot, put the foot onto the bicep, through, and we can switch up. Because I'm able to pull the arm straight across, I have a nice angle to set in my triangle. Okay? So let's start with that, like that modified scissor sweep, but also the triangle entry as well. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Good. All right. So same thing, we managed to get hold of the cross grip here. So one of my favorite things to try and hit from here is the Omoplata. But the way that I'm going to try to hit that is we get this cross grip. I don't want to really like pull his arm across for this one. Because if I pull his arm across, his arm's not in the right position for the Omoplata. So if I can keep his arm more on this side, it's going to be better for the Omoplata entry. So I get the cross grip, and now I'm looking to dive underneath the leg. If he's a little tight sitting down, we're going to pull the legs forwards, and we're going to dive and create the angle. Now, as I dive and create the angle, normally this arm will still be on the body. And I want to flare out my leg so that when I kick him in this direction, because if I kick him now and he puts his hand down, now I can't get my leg free. So I kick the leg out and then throw the legs over the top. So if we get here, we can kick the leg straight and we can just sit up and we do the Omoplata. But that's like, we've done that a number of times over the last couple of weeks. With the momentum that we create when we go for this, when I kick the leg straight, his body comes up onto my body. and I can continue to roll through. And now I need to make sure I'm staying in control of this. So I'm going to sit heavy down onto his shoulder. I mean, options here. One option is we can just be happy that we've got the sweep. We can drop our elbow down. We can start to sprawl like into this reverse side control position. And if you want to go for something a little fancy, we can maybe back step off. We've got like triangle entries. But what I like to try to do is re-roll for the omoplata. So we're going to control at the tricep. We're going to roll over this near side shoulder and kick through. Now, one of two things is going to happen. I either have enough momentum to really drive his face into the mat and come up and retake the omoplata, or he stays sitting like this. If he stays sitting, we're going to reach around, we're going to grab hold of the gi on the far side, grab hold of the collar at the top, bring my elbow behind his hip so he can't move with me, and I'm going to start to shrimp away until I get the finish. That's probably going to collapse the angle so that when I do kick the leg straight, it's easy to come up for the omoplata finish at the end. So again, we get this cross grip. Dive underneath the leg. I'm going to flare my leg out, kick, and roll up to the top. If I want to just consolidate, take the position, I will. Or we can just turn to the outside, roll through. Kicking through normal omoplata. Or another little finish here is if I can find this near leg, lift up, woof, with that triangle in, come up to my hands, kick my leg straight, move my hips back. Real tight omoplata finish as well. So one more time, just for the entry. So we snap the grip off, looking to dive underneath the leg, flare this leg out, kick through. If we want to take the omoplata, we just sit up, or we roll. Right here, this is my 2 points. And this time I'm just gonna take the top control because I'm old and I want to hold the position for 3 minutes so Chris doesn't tire me out. All right, let's do it, guys. 1, 2, 3, last one.